YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. Thought I'd do a video real quick. Of course, I got a bad connection. Of course. What I was thinking, doing a video, thinking I'd get a good connection. What's going on? YouTube. Let me see what y'all talking about. Does your current fuel card my fuel card, you just gotta shop around and call up companies and what fuel cards got the best discount. I don't know, 5-6 cents off ain't really much. I mean, you're not really gonna save a bunch of money when it comes to like fuel discounts. When it comes to fuel discounts, because I mean, like a lot of companies like to sell you on the fuel discount, right? Oh, we got the highest fuel discount. You can save 20 cents off, 10 cents off. But like, you're not gonna beat the carrier. You're not gonna beat a big carrier when it comes to a fuel discount. You just ain't gonna do it until you get like 1 million trucks. You're not gonna beat them. You're just not gonna beat them, you know. So what I found when it comes to fuel discounts, you want to get the fuel card that's the most flexible. You want to get the most flexible fuel card on the market. That's how you save on fuel. And let me explain on that. This ain't nothing. This don't have nothing to do with the video that I'm just gonna make. But it's a good topic. But this is just an experience. This is just my observation I've been experiencing when it comes to fuel discounts. When you're a small carrier, you know, 1, 2, 3 trucks, right? You're not gonna be able to get a big discount when it comes to fuel. You're just not gonna do it. So you might get lucky. You might get lucky and find a deal, but it's not a large opportunity for that. Unless you're a Sniper or a J.B. Hunt where you buy millions of gallons every year, you just can't compete with a big carrier when it comes to getting a fuel discount. Like a Snyder, they buy hundreds of thousands of gallons per day. They can go into Pilot, they can go into Flying J and say, hey man, buy so many thousands of gallons. And like, they buy it on contract, you know, on a monthly, quarterly, annual basis. So they prepaid it, the fuel. Just like with the trucks and stuff. Like they pre-buy the trucks ahead of time. The labor, That's already paid for. If you got employees and they're on a salary, they're already paid for. The trailers, the trucks, the fuel, that's already prepaid, okay? So, you know, and they go in and they tell the fuel company and say, hey, we're projected to buy this many gallons a year. Can you give us a discount? Okay. I mean, even if they don't prepay, they might buy some of the fuel on credit. Maybe 30-day terms or something like that, 60-day terms. Okay. And then once the fuel bill is due, they pay the bill. And then they walk away with the profit, just like Walmart. Walmart, their whole business is built off 30-day, 60-day, 90-day terms of credit. So when it comes to stuff, you can't really compete. You can't really compete. What I'm trying to get to when it comes to fuel is buying a fuel card that has a lot of flexibility to it. Like I have a Wix fuel card. Now I don't recommend getting a Wix card, but I got a Wix fuel card. Now I probably get maybe 5 or 6 cents off a gallon of fuel, right? 5 or 6 cents off. I didn't get the card for the 5 cents off. I got the fuel card because it's a very flexible card. I can go to any gas station and get some fuel, okay? I can go to Quick Trip, Chevron, Shell, Flying J. I can get fuel. I can go to Kroger with this card. So that's how you save money on fuel, because I can tell you 1,000 times when I pull up to a truck stop, and then there's a gas station right across the street with maybe 2 or 3 pumps where you can fit a truck in there. I'll go see if you get an EFS card, a ComData card, you can't go in there and buy fuel, because a lot of these places don't take a ComData card. A lot of these places don't take an EFS card. It's a lot of places that take EFS cards, but you need a fuel card that's really flexible. That's what you're looking for, a whole lot of flexibility, because with that flexibility, you can beat, if a Flying J is selling fuel for $2.80 a gallon and they got like a 9 cents off the pump price discount, well, the little mom and pop gas station right across the street is selling fuel for $2.59 a gallon, okay, $2.49 a gallon. But you know what? I got this fuel card that's flexible. I can pretty much buy fuel anywhere, okay? I can go to Sam's Club with it because it works like a credit card almost. So when it comes to fuel card and discounts, when you're a small carrier, man, 1, 2, 3 trucks, throw that discount shit out the window. You're not going to beat a big carrier when it comes to fuel discounts. You're just not going to do it. You're just not going to do it. Now, I'm a whole lot of guys blowing up my videos talking about, oh, but that's not the norm, okay? You got to get the most flexible fuel card out here. You got to get that fuel card that can be used at any gas station out here, okay? That's how you beat these carriers. This is how you save money on fuel. Very flexible fuel card. That's what you're looking for. When you want to ask the company how many, what's going on, Big Face? You want to ask the company how many fuel stops does this fuel card cover? You know, you want it to be like 15,000 fuel stops across the country. You know, 20,000, 30,000. You want a big number. So that's just my opinion when it comes to fuel cards, because a lot of guys, they get bent over the discount, because it's like, okay, let me give y'all an example. For example, if you got a factoring company and your factoring company gives you an EFS card. And the EFS card can only be used at Flying J, okay, off the cash price of the fuel. Now the cash price, I don't know if any of y'all pay attention, but the cash price at a Flying J or a Pilot is usually 20, 30, 40 damn cents higher than all the damn gas stations out here anyway. So they charge you more and give you discounts on, you can go right across the street to a little mom and pop gas station and get the fuel 20, 30, 40 cents off. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion when it comes to fuel cards for a small carrier. When you leased on to a company or whatever, and you allowed to get your own fuel card. That's just my opinion on that. I know I got a lot of guys that gonna be calling my videos, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, fine, stop watching. You know, I'm your opinion. I got mine. I'm sorry. I don't know how this video coming out, but that's my opinion when it comes to fuel cards, man. Don't really focus on the discount, because when you start counting when it comes to fuel like that, because it's a game that these companies play. You know, it's a game that they play. It's crazy. Because, you know, like I said, like with Flying J, Love, even with the damn discount, they still overcharging you. I can go across the street and get cheaper fuel, you know. And a lot of guys be like, "Oh well, that fuel is cheap." It ain't no such thing as cheap fuel, man. It ain't no such thing. That's just like guys acting like listen. I've seen fuel trucks. Deliver fuel to a big chain, you know, gas station like a Flying J or Love's or something like that, Quick Trip, and then they go right across the street, deliver the same goddamn fuel. That's BS. So, like, my point is, guys, man, y'all gotta learn how to compete. You know, you gotta compete. You gotta find different ways to compete. So, you know, as a one-man owner-operator, you know, you got 2 trucks, 3 trucks, 4 trucks. You can't compete with a Snyder. You can't compete with JB Hunt. You know, Snyder, JB Hunt, Warner, they can go in there and get fuel for 20, 30, 40 cents off. You know? Because they're so, you know, as a small carrier, you got to compete where you can compete. And the best way you can compete, to me, from my experience, is getting a fuel card that allows you to buy fuel from any fuel stop out here. I can tell you many times where there's a Citgo right across the street, a Chevron. You know, like, there have been times, like when I was with Snyder. Snyder has the EFS card. Snyder got the EFS card, right? there's a big chain fuel stop across the street, and I'll be like, man, that fuel is $2.89 a gallon. I look across the street, there's a gas station with diesel pumps on both sides. I look at the fuel price, they're charging 30 cents off. There's a 30-cent difference per gallon. But I can't go over there. I went over there and I had the lady the card. I said, hey, I'm on pump such and such. She's like, oh yeah, we don't use this card. I was like, damn. I would love to be able to take advantage of that price. I would love to take advantage of that price. I'm talking about 30 cents off per gallon. I was in Mississippi. It was a big old discount, man. So that's how we small guys be able to compete for fuel, because when you're a small carrier, you can focus your trip planning. You can really focus and narrow down your trip planning. See, with the big carriers, they have to force guys to buy fuel through a certain network, because they can't find all the little mom and pop fuel stops. They can't because they got too many trucks. The best thing they can do is find Jay, because they got the network. Okay, call up a Love's and say, hey, let's negotiate a deal, because it's hard for a big carrier to go out here and find all the little mom and pop stops and say, hey, let's get a deal. Let's get a deal. Let's get a deal. But we have, because we're small carriers and we can narrow it down to, it takes just a little bit of trip planning. Every time I book a load, I'm looking on that load that I'm running. I'll try to find the cheapest fuel stop. I call up gas stations and ask them, hey, how much y'all charging for fuel? Some of them won't tell you, some will. You call the gas station up, oh yeah, we charging $2.49 a gallon. Okay. What kind of fuel cards do y'all take? Oh yeah, we take this and that, and the third. I said, okay. Especially if it's a lane that you run all the time. You know what I'm saying? If it's a lane that you run all the time, it would make sense for you to get a fuel card. Count on getting a good price on fuel every time you run that area. But as a small carrier, I think you ought to look for fuel cards that are very flexible. Don't worry about the discount, because if you got a flexible card, that card, you can use that card anywhere. You can go to Kroger with this card. Walmart. If you see a Walmart with some cheap diesel fuel, you better slide up in there. I've done it. I pulled my truck and trailer up in a Walmart one time. No, not a Walmart, a Kroger. I pulled my truck and trailer right up in a Kroger one time. I sure did. I pulled my truck and trailer right up in the Kroger. I just couldn't do it. The fuel paid like at least 35 cents more per gallon. I had to do it, man. I had to do it. And I was on a quarter of a tank too. I drove by. I was like, oh man, let me get that fuel real quick. I got about $300 in Kroger diesel fuel one time. It was a long time ago. I was with Snyder. Particular Kroger, their parking lot was big enough to where I can kind of roll through there and get it at an angle to where I can get tanks just right. I was looking real crazy, but man, I must have saved about 50. Let me see, 35 gallons times 100. Yeah, I saved about $1 on that fill up, about $40-50 on that fill up. Now you talking about, yeah, it's the same fuel, man. I mean, you know, some guys be like, oh, it's gonna mess up your truck. It's the same damn fuel, man. Like y'all gotta understand where this diesel fuel comes from. In a region like here in the Southeast, it's only a couple terminals or hubs down here. It's only a couple of them. So I know one of them is out there in South Carolina. It's right there off of 20. That's where all the diesel trucks, all the gasoline trucks to pump their tankers up and deliver the fuel. I know. There's another one. I think there's another one down in Macon. There's one down there in Macon. There's another one out there in where's the other one at? Tanker haulers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, that's the name of the game when it comes to diesel fuel. That's my opinion. You want to find a real flexible fuel card. This video is going on for 20 minutes. Take it and upload it, because I don't know if this video coming out good. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man, and I see y'all next time. Hey, if y'all got any questions, y'all can hit me up on Facebook. I got a Facebook fan page. It's 44 Trucker on Facebook. See my ugly mug up there. And I got some, I got some pictures up there. I got some insurance information up there. I got a truck on there for $40,000. It's just, pictures and stuff. I just like to share stuff every blue moon. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.